We are going to be doing some beautiful flower arrangements today, and I'm here with Kim from Geranium Lake Flowers. And Kim, I'm overwhelmed by flowers. They really, I love them. I love to plant them and prune them, but when it comes to putting them in a pot for a arrangement, I get a little intimidated.
Are you thinking too much?
Probably. I find that hard to believe myself, but yes, I might be thinking too much.
Okay, so I have this amazing, simple kind of arrangement that you can do, and basically you're just making little bouquets, okay? And I love my mom. I love my grandma. They all tend to love old-fashioned flowers.
Yeah.
You know, all the things that we love in our garden, from lily of the valley to peonies to lilac to hyacinth. So today we're creating...
And all of these that you picked out for this arrangement have lovely fragrance too.
Yeah, they're gorgeous, and 3 things out of this bundle came from my own garden.
Wow.
So if you don't have access to peonies or lily of the valley, you can actually use rhododendron.
Yeah.
You know, you can use some beautiful things that you wouldn't think to use, and you wouldn't have to go to your, florist to get them. So anyway... How are you doing over there?
I'm doing good. I'm just holding the flowers.
Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to make a little bundle. This is already done, but what we're going to do is we're going to make kind of nice little bundle. You did it perfect.
Yep.
Wow,
I
you're
know.
awesome.
I got skills.
And then we're going to take a rubber band and we're just going to bind it at the bottom. And then we just set it in the vase.
Okay, I'm going to try this. You just put one.
Yeah, and those stems are a little bit squishy, so it's a little trickier to do.
I had to turn it upside down, but you're just trying to get them to all stay together, right?
Yeah, so then we take our next bundle and set it next to our gorgeous lilac. Look how pretty that is. And then we have lily of the valley. Let's add that last. What do you think? And then our peonies. These peonies are Sarah Bernhardt's, and they're beautiful, they're lush. You can use kind of tight balls, and then go ahead and do my rubber band
the rubber
magic.
band thing again?
Yeah.
And this really, it's just like you're taking 4 or 5 tiny things of flowers and making like a gift that you would give and then putting them all in a vase. It really is simple.
So then you're going to go ahead and place this in there. And so you can see the different textures. I got small little blooms, and then the bigger, fatter, beautiful. And then this is just kind of lamb's ear. Yeah, and this is beautiful. It's easy. The gray foliage, gray and pink, always look so good together.
Yep.
And then we have our one last lily of the valley. Lily of the valley has beautiful green leaves that a lot of times people don't use, but I like it just because it makes it look, I don't know, kind of crisp and fresh.
Very crisp. And the fragrance of those again is divine.
I know. It's my favorite thing ever. So then again, do you want to do the rubber banding?
Yeah.
You're so good.
Well, I can train very easily.
So then once that bundle is all done, then we're going to go ahead and tuck it in. And I'm thinking, I don't know, right there. Let's
see. That was so simple, and it really is. It makes me think of grandmothers. It's really a beautiful,
it's
beautiful
sweet,
arrangement.
it's gorgeous, it's breathtaking, and honey, you made it.
Well, I helped. Let's just go that. So now, what if we wanted to do something with a little more pop of color, something a bit more dramatic?
Yeah, why don't we kind of take a break and like assemble like some bright, explosive color, and we'll do the same thing, and you're going to do it all.
Let's do it. Okay. So Kim, now we have a collection of flowers here, which in my opinion are much more colorful, and you've got a big chunk of grass in your hair. There you go. And they pop more, so they look much more modern to me.
Yeah, so we're doing big, explosive color for Mom.
Okay.
Okay? So, and you're going to help me because you are a flower designer.
That's what I am,
You rock.
yes.
So first thing is I decided to do glass, and I put some warm water in there, not cold, because when we give our flowers a fresh cut, they really absorb the water better. And remember the last time we were together, we talked Viagra?
We did talk Viagra, and you don't like stems, do you?
So no, that's I don't. So we're going to go ahead and put a leaf wrap in there. If you don't have your tea leaf plant at home, then you can either buy them or you can use willow or some other kind of.
Would hosta leaves work?
Yeah, hosta leaves
cool.
work great. And then we're going to start with kind of our viburnum.
Okay.
Look how cool this is. So
Beautiful.
I just went ahead and did 3 pieces. And remember, when you're flower arranging, you want to make sure there is no green leaves in the water.
Okay.
Because then it rots, and then you come home and you think, is there a possum dead in
it's
my
just
room?
it's
No,
your
it's
green
my
moss
flower
wall.
arrangement. Okay, so go
And we're
with
going to
that.
band these together again?
Yes.
All right.
And then while you're doing that, I'm going to think about my tulips right here. So tulips are kind of winding down, but you can still find them.
Yeah.
I saw them at Safeway the other day for $2.99. Amazing. So again, I'm going to take all the green off. How's that going over there?
That's yes. It seems more difficult than it should be, I think, but I got
so
it.
you got to be more confident. You
Okay.
got to you got to own it. Okay.
I'm going to do these roses now. How was that?
No.
All
You
right
know,
then.
No, I'm in control of you, honey. So you are going to go ahead and do these tulips.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're just binding these together again,
Yeah.
right?
While you're doing that, I'm going to show everyone these flippin' amazing garden roses. So I'm kind of making kind of a nice round bundle. You know, kind of maybe bridesmaids bouquet style.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cut these and go ahead and bind them for me. And how's our arrangement looking?
Well, you're the professional. You tell me.
I think it's looking pretty good. I always like things that are a little novel and different, and so we're going to take Mom by surprise, and we're going to have some kale.
Okay.
You know, kind of unusual.
It's very pretty, though, and
It's
structural.
definitely a little smelly when that, you know, it smells like dead broccoli. So not really pretty. So we really want to make sure that we, you know, put a drop of bleach in the water, or there is definitely no foliage touching the water. Okay, next up, I think I'm going to do these kind of yellow and orange roses. Again, roses are pretty easy, pretty cost effective. These are South American. I'm going to go ahead and pull off their barrier petals, or sometimes people call them guard petals. And it looks good if you have kind of this tonal variety of yellow. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if your roses are, you know, not looking so great, if you peel them back a little bit, so much better.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and give it a cut again and bind it, my dear.
Okay.
And then
those are Lysianthus, aren't they?
right.
They're just stunning.
You know your this is a annual, and this is called Eustoma.
Eustoma.
Yeah, I don't know what family it's from because we were talking about that earlier, how the cut flower world and the gardening world
Have different names
yeah,
for things,
different
don't they?
names and kind of just a different sensibility because things that look beautiful in the garden don't necessarily look or last very long in the vase.
Okay.
So there's a lot of foliage on here. I'm just stripping them down. Sometimes if you want, you can even take a towel and strip it down with a towel and kind of just swipe it with your hands. So it's a way that we do it in the trade so our little hands don't get kind of worn.
Okay.
And I think we're looking good. What happened to our leaf, honey?
Well, I maybe poked that down into the water.
Okay, so reach your little hands in there and pull it back up because we don't want to see our rubber bands. Another way you could do it is you could take the whole thing out and you could kind of
put it together before you put it in.
Yeah,
Okay.
make the bouquet, and you could actually wrap the tea leaf around your hand.
Oh, you clever. I like that.
Yeah.
Because
Then that way, can you tuck that
I can.
over?
There
Okay,
you
and
go.
then that way you just go, boo boom.
It's really kind of frustrating to me, Kim, that I
How?
could spend a long time trying to make something look beautiful, and I can't. But this really is an easy way to make a beautiful bouquet.
Yeah, it's
And
amazing.
considering that Mother's Day is just a week away, why don't you take a trip to downtown Portland, come here, see Kim and her great staff, pick up some flowers and make a beautiful arrangement for your own mother, grandmother, best friend, whoever, so that you can celebrate Mother's Day with
Wow.
beautiful flowers.
So here's the two different samples. So what do you think?
I think they're both stunning.
They're both really,
let's do
really
them both.
different, and they're lush, full, and gorgeous.
Yep.
Good job, honey.
Thank you. Good job for you too.